married, we tend to do a lot of things and don't realize that we're doing it. And sometimes it ends up hurting us in the long run, which it did for me. Like I said, I've done a lot of idiotic things in my life that I look back at my age and look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? This is a thing that, you know, us as moms, and please don't excuse the room. This is my daughter's toy room also. Hi, Sushi and Tahira? I hope I'm saying it right. Tahira, I think. Yeah, Tahira. Okay. How you doing, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Okay, this is, like I said, I will never do that again. This is something that, us as women, we tend to do in our lifetime. When you get married and you start putting your husband or whoever first and your children, which that's our job as parents. Hi! This is something that us as women, we tend to do, that we tend to put everybody else first, and we tend to forget about ourselves. You know, we're busy taking the kids to school, working, or you're a single mom, or single moms is very hard because I've been there, I've done that. Hi, sorry, I have to get close, and I don't have my little girl with me. Simone, and hi, Lila. Hi, Lara. See, I said I didn't call you Harvey. Okay, so this is, if you guys have any questions for me, like I said, I'm an open book. I do not hide anything. I don't sugarcoat anything. And so if you guys have a question for me, you can ask me, you know, anything. Okay, so this is the thing. Us as women, we tend to forget ourselves. We tend to worry about everything else, and we tend to forget about ourselves. Because I did that when I was with my ex-husband. We had our issues, you know, that's why he's an ex. You know, I loved him at the moment, but we went our separate ways. While I was married to him, we had our issues. He was like a mama's boy. Everything his mom said was, you know, she was not a very nice person. My second oldest called her the witch because of all the stuff that she put us through and the disrespect and all that stuff. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about, because that's another subject that us as women with mother-in-laws, you know, and mama boys, if you ever had one, they tend to forget about us, but that's besides the point. We tend to forget, and we're so busy with everything else, and we forget about ourselves. We forget about our health. We forget about everything because we're so busy with the kids and everything. And, you know, and I'm going to say something. We cannot, no matter what, don't forget about your health. Don't forget about yourself. Take out a day for yourself. Even if it's an hour a day, you know, take time for yourself, because it's going to be a time that you're going to burn out because you're doing everything else and you tend to forget. And you have to realize you guys come first, because if you're not around, your kids need you no matter what. So I'm going to say my story. Like I said, I was married to my ex-husband for 12 years. And we really had our ups and downs. I was always working, and there was a time that I always worked at night, the night shift in the hospital. And you know, he just, you know, we had some financial issues, and I would tell him, you know, you need to get a second job. He didn't want to. He just said, nope, I'm only going to work from Monday to Friday, and that's it. So I was the main one, the breadwinner. So I was still running around taking the girls to school, taking them to daycare, taking them All because we had, it was a big impact because we went from not having kids to adopting two beautiful daughters. Their sisters, their siblings, and God sent them to us. And it was a blessing. But it was really hard because I was so focused on taking care of the girls, this and that. And I forgot about myself. And I was not taking care of myself. I wasn't going to the doctor. It's like a drastic change. I was going to the doctor, taking care of my diabetes. And then when you get the kids, and it was like a big impact because I didn't know how to handle from not having no kids to two kids instantly. And I don't regret it. They are my blessings. They are my love of my life. They're my princesses. They're older, but they're my princesses. Hi, Camira. Hi, Christine. Hi, Wendy. It's hard from not having kids to going to two kids instantly. We adopted them from an agency in Broward, and they were special need. How can I say? They weren't, because at that time they were diagnosing them with things and they didn't have anything. they were having a rough upbringing, and it was rough for them. But we adopted them. They were a blessing. And during that time, I forgot about my health. I wasn't taking care of myself. And working in the hospital, I remember we had some issues. And I just started getting sick. And first I was in the hospital like for 4 days for pneumonia. And then little things like that started happening. Little things started happening until that's like a long story short. We ended up getting separated. It was a rough separation, a very rough separation. That it ended up in, how can I say, a domestic violence. But that was rough for me because it happened in front of my two daughters. And I remember my second oldest was like, Mom, I'm sorry. And I go, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, because I had that instinct that when I was at his house with the girls, and I lived on my own, and I was a single mom trying to take care of two girls by myself, because even though he lived 5 minutes away, he didn't take care of anything. He didn't have time for the girls. So I was instantly a single mom taking care of two kids. So it was rough working night shift, trying to find somebody to take care of my kids, because my family always lived far from me. It was rough, but it was all those times of being a single mom and not taking care of myself, because I knew I was diabetic. I've been diabetic since I was 18 years old, but I started having issues at the age of 15 with high blood pressure. So it's not easy having high blood pressure at the age of 15. I had to change my diet. I had to, my mom had to come from New Jersey to take care of me because I was living with my sister here. And, when they tell you, you can't eat this, you have to have tuna, you have to have grapefruit. No 15-year-old wants to eat grapefruit. Okay? Give me a break. No 15-year-old wants to eat grapefruit. And chicken without nothing. Just chicken. So my mom didn't know how to make the chicken anymore for me. I was like, Mom, please, can we do something else? And I remember to this day, look how long it's been. I was 15 years old. I remember I was only allowed to eat hard-boiled egg and a piece of toast. That was it. That was supposed to be breakfast. And like you can tell, I'm still the same size I was at 15. So it was rough, but like I can say, take care of your health, because anything can happen in an instant. And I remember when I met my husband now, that you'll see pictures of him and the goofball that he is. He was a blessing to come into my daughter's into our life, because it was, he was always worried, making sure that we ate, because being a single mom, I remember nights of not having it. You know, I made sure my girls had food, but I remember just eating crackers with butter. Because that's all I could eat, because I didn't have money. I wasn't getting child support. I wasn't getting anything. So being a single mom is rough. And working the night shift, I had to pay to have somebody take care of my girls, because I had to work the night shift until finally later on I was able to change to the morning shift while they were going to school. Hi Amanda. Hi babe. That's my husband. It was rough, and thanks to him, when he came into our lives, he was always trying to make sure that we had food, make sure that we had our bills paid, because he didn't want us to go through what we were going through in our life, because it was a rough. But from there, I started getting sick, and we finally moved in together, and I was working. I always worked, you know, but due to the domestic violence, my back got messed up. I remember working at the hospital, and I wasn't able to use anything on my left side. I couldn't lift up my arm. I couldn't, everything. It was the worst feeling. I was like Hunchback of Notre Dame. So if you've ever seen the movie, that's how I looked. I couldn't lift up my arm. I remember my daughter trying to help me get dressed. My husband was trying to help me get, you know, do my stuff, because I couldn't move anything on my right side. So due to the domestic violence that I had with my ex-husband. It started from there. My health started deteriorating, and I would start working somewhere. I had to leave it because I couldn't handle sitting down for too long, or I couldn't stand for too long. And no job is and you couldn't get up and say, oh, I'm in pain, I can't go to work. And I did that until I had to stop working. And every time I would try to get a job, I would only probably last like a month or two, because my back just said, what are you doing? You can't do that. So I couldn't lift up my arm. I couldn't do anything. And I remember I was working for a gas store. I loved that job. Oh my gosh, I loved that job. It's funny, because when I was in high school, I never liked anything in health, and I ended up in the health field. And I remember working in a gas store office. Oh my gosh, I loved it. It was fun. And I remember going to work, and I was like, and I felt that I was like, I can't see. The right eye was, it was it was clouded. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? I ended up going to the doctor on the first floor, and he said, you need to rush right now to Bascom Palmer, which is in Miami, at Jackson. Because I'm a Miami girl. I'm a New Yorker, but I'm a Miami girl. And I remember calling my husband and telling him, hey, I need to go to Bascom. He's like, why? I go, the doctor saw something in my eye, and I don't know what's going on. And I remember going to the emergency room, and he was with me. No, wait. No, he stayed home with the girls. I'm sorry. He stayed home with the girls, and I went. And, which later on he came. And I remember going, and they started doing all these tests and ultrasounds, and which I got sick of, because they put an iodine, and they didn't work with me, the iodine. And I remember they did all this test, and then they said, okay, you need to come back and see Dr. Barakal. If you guys have any problems with the retina, awesome doctor at Bascom Palmer. She is amazing. And she's just the biggest sweetheart and understanding, and she will help you in as much as she can. And I started seeing her, and she's like, look, when I finally saw her, she ordered the same test again. Let's make sure, And like, when you go to Bascom Palmer, prepare for the whole day. And I remember going, and she says, okay, I need to do surgery. And I go, why? She goes, I need to go in and remove your lens. And I'm like, remove my lens? I did not think anything of it. I was like, okay, let's do surgery. You know, I asked her the necessary questions and all this stuff. She goes, it's not 100% that you're going to have your eyesight back. And I'm like, okay, you know. And I'm like, let's go. Let's do it. You know, I am not a person to sit around and wait, because I am not. And my husband can tell you that. I am, doctor tells me that, let's go do it. And I remember that she did a surgery. They gave me the Mickey Mouse thing, and I remember hearing all these people talking, and I'm there going, okay. And when I get up, I went home, I came back. So doctor, I had problems with both of my eyes. This one, well, wait, hold on. This side. The right eye, I had surgery on the right, and then left, they started doing injections. They tried doing all that on both eyes, but this eye was too bad that it didn't work until she had to do the surgery. And it was hard. Having injection in your eye, laser surgery to figure out until she removed the lens. And I'm thinking and praying to God, please let me have eyesight back so I can have my normal life again. Hi, Shamil. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Christina. Thank you for tuning in. If by any chance, if you have anybody that's having any issues with what I'm talking about today, please share it. I would really appreciate it. And I can say that when I went back to see her, I wasn't able to see out of that eye at all. It was total darkness. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And from having eyesight to not having anything, it's really rough. Because I was an independent woman. I wanted to work. I loved to work in the medical field. And it was taken from me from one day to another. I still struggle with it because I want to work. I want to be able to drive and get up and say, I'm going out, or I'm going to go shopping, or I'm going to take my daughter somewhere. I can't do that. I can't. So, after tell you, I still have vision in this eye, so I was able to still drive with one eye, very carefully, and until one day, I remember I went to Office Depot, and I was driving, and I hit a wall. Like one of those, when you go into one of the parking and there's a border here, I hit it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I said, I can't drive anymore. And my daughter's like, Mommy, what's wrong? I go, I come to a conclusion that I can't drive anymore. I was doing good, but I can't. I wouldn't go far. I would just go around the house and stuff like that. But I told her I can't. And my husband's like, baby, you can still drive. Look, you still... And I go, no. And he was like, you can't get scared. And I go, babe, that's it. I cannot put my kids at risk just because I want to go do Office Depot or go grocery shopping. I can't. Hi, Brittany. Pretty much if you want, you can listen to the beginning of it. It's just pretty much telling my story of how I lost my eyesight from one day to another. You can go back to the beginning of it and watch it if you're interested. If you want to share it, please share it. Because at least if I can help one person to deal with losing your eyesight from one day to another, I can honestly say it's not easy. And a lot of people don't know that I have that problem because I've been like this for more than 10 years. Yeah, more than 10 years. Because I lost my eyesight. No, Gabby is 11. I think I lost it when Gabby was 2 years old. So 8 years or 9 years. It's been a while. So I had to learn that I could not be the same person I was before. The independent, it's not easy because you don't want to depend on someone. You don't want to be always, oh babe, can you take me here? Oh babe, can you take me there? Because it's hard on the other person because they work and they want to be able to just rest. And women, we want to go out. We want to go do something. I'm pretty much home every single day unless my husband takes me out. It's not easy just being independent to your eyesight being swept away from one day to another. Because I'm legally blind from the right eye and I do not see to my side. So, and I try to explain this to people that I meet that I don't see on this side. And I don't see this side. Like this, so you guys can see. I don't see this side and I don't see this side. I see only straight forward. I have no peripheral vision on this side. So when I tell people, please, if you come on my right side or left side, please tell me because I don't see you. I only see forward. So I really have to tell my homeschooling group when they meet me for the first time, please come tell me you're in front of me because I don't see very well. And it's hard to explain because some people are not understanding. They don't want to put themselves in your shoes because they have a life that sometimes it's hard for them to understand. If you're not in my shoes, you can't understand it. But it would be nice because I'm not the only one that goes through this. I'm not the only one that has health issues. I'm not the only one that's going through stuff in life. Because like I said, all the stuff that I have in my life that's going on with my health is due to diabetes. It's not because of anything else. It's diabetes. Diabetes destroys your eyesight. Diabetes destroys your kidney. Your diabetes destroys the nerves of your feet. It destroys a lot. It destroys a lot of your body. Your hearing is another thing that goes with diabetes. So if you think because you have diabetes and then you have it under control, yes, please keep it under control. But it only takes time for things to happen. I've been diabetic since I was 18. I'm 48 now. Diabetes is not something to take lightly. You have to eat healthy. You have to take care of yourself. If I would have taken care of myself years ago, I wouldn't be the way I am right now. Because I took my life for granted. And yes, I gave up years ago when I was married to my ex-husband. Because I got tired of the stuff that we were going through. And nobody knew in my family. Nobody knew. Because I'm not one person to talk. I'm not a person to tell people my life. I'm learning that too now because my story can help someone else. And it's not, the reason I sometimes do this, I'm doing the lives like this, is because it's to help somebody. And I can honestly say, if you're diabetic, don't take it lightly. Because if you have children, you have to look at your children and say, I need to take care of myself. I started taking care of myself when I got with my husband now. I can say I didn't take care of myself before because I didn't have the support. I didn't have, how can I say, the confidence because I was going through a lot. I'm talking about a lot through that marriage. The domestic violence happened after, but it was a lot of emotional abuse that I was going through. It's hard for some people to understand, and I know that some of my friends that I have on my Facebook are still friends with my ex-husband, and that's fine with me because that's their choice, that's their decision, because I cannot tell them, oh, stop being their friend, because sometimes they don't see what happens inside closed doors. And he has a way of making people think that he's made a Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. And I know the true self that he is. He might have changed now, but my truth, what I had to deal with, nobody else dealt with it. I did. I'm the only one that dealt with the emotional abuse until later on, the domestic abuse, after we were separated. It's not easy. So I gave up years ago, but now I am taking care of myself. I am taking care of myself because I have to be here for Gabby. I have to be here for my 2 daughters. I have to be here for my husband. The same way we take care of each other. Because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. And you need to have a support system because diabetes is a rough road. You have to take care of you have to check your sugar 3 to 4 times a day. If you're on pills, you have to make sure you take the pills. There's a bunch of medications out there for diabetes. I take insulin. Because I've been diabetic for so long, I take insulin. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on that you have to make sure you take care of yourself. Take care of your health because, like I said, I can tell you a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't understand with diabetes. The doctor can tell you this and this and this, and you have to follow what the doctor tells you because they know what they're talking about. But you know your body better than anybody else. But like I said, take care of your health because, like I said, I lost my eyesight from one day to another. I'm not able to be the person that I was before I lost my eyesight. But during this time, I am trying to do my best, and I am doing it because, like I said, some people don't even notice that I'm diabetic and I have no eyesight. Because I remember going to one of my doctors and they're like, "You're legally blind from the right eye?" And I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "Oh, why are you not walking like this?" Hold on, let me see. "You're not walking like this." And I'm like, "Why do you say that?" And she's like, "No, because most people that are legally blind, they tend to walk zigzag." And I'm like, "Well, I don't. Because I already know this place and I've been like this for so many years. I've learned how to deal with it, how to handle myself, how to walk without bumping into something. I tend to bump into some things. Don't take me wrong. I do tend to bump into things. But with the support of my husband and my daughters, they're the ones that tell me, "Mom, be careful with this. Mom, there's a step right here. Mom, be careful with that person. Mom, be careful with this." So I have that. Some of you guys might not have that support. Might not have the help that you need. Because it's not easy. It is honestly not easy at all. Besides losing my eyesight, Gabby was born, and I remember the doctor telling me, "You're a high-risk pregnancy." My 2 oldest ones I adopted, and it's like I carried them in my belly because they're just like me. Except one is a diva, which I could be a diva when I want to, but she's a diva. She's a queen. The other one is totally like me. Like to have fun, joking around, acting silly. But Gabby was a high-risk pregnancy. And she was born a preemie. She only weighed 2 pounds, 6 ounces. And I had to leave my daughter in that hospital for 51 days. Imagine, I had to go home and leave my daughter in there for 51 days because she had to be 5. They only let her go when she was 5 pounds. And luckily, she was checked for everything before she even left, with the eyesight, gastro, everything to make sure that she was perfect. And thank the Lord, she was perfect. You know, but I hate the fact that I had to get her to have RSV shot. I cried every time because that was my fault. It was my fault that she was going through that. It was only my fault for being diabetic, for my fault not taking care of her myself, because if she had to come out at 7 months. So she came out 2 months early and only weighing 2 pounds, 6 ounces. So it wasn't, she was the size of that my husband has a picture, we have a picture somewhere, that she was the size that she could fit right here. That's how small she was. So it's not, you know, diabetes affects everything. And now, you know, I found something that, besides I wake up every morning, you know, and I also had a kidney transplant 7 months ago, and I finally had my back surgery due to the domestic violence years ago. Then I remember the doctor told me when I had the herniated and all these other, you know, because I still suffer from neck pain because my neck, due to the domestic violence, I have one compressed and one that crumbled away, ruptured on my neck due to that domestic violence. You know, so I suffer from a lot of pain sometimes, but I keep on going because what else am I going to do? I have to keep on going. I have no other choice. You know, because life continues. Hi, Linda. So there's a lot of things that goes on. You know, I can continue. I have nerve damage on my legs that it's like the nerve damage is like there's needles put in my legs and my feet. Especially on my feet, that's like needles, they're sticky needles. And sometimes my foot can, I remember one day I kicked my husband in the face because he was sleeping the other opposite way and I kicked him by accident and it wasn't my fault. It's just the nerves decided to just move and he was right there and I kicked him by accident. So, you know, there's a lot of things that goes on that causes damage due to diabetes. So, like I said, don't take it lightly because you're not going to want to lose your eyesight from one day to another. Like I said, I was an independent woman. I worked. Yes, I'm an independent, but right now I have to depend on my husband. I have to depend for him to take me to places. I have to depend on my kids, even when I'm cooking, to make sure that I find the right ingredients. But I conquered it because I know what things are. I know where I put things. So when my husband decides or my kids decide to pick up, they put something where it doesn't belong. I'm like, what the heck is it? Because I put things where it is, so I know where it is because I can't see things. So I struggle with that alone, but my confidence in a way tend to leery because I feel sometimes I bother my husband. And I know he tells me I'm not a bother because he is my cheerleader. But it's hard for me to depend on someone because I've always driven, I've always done things for myself. So, like I could tell you guys, if you know anybody that's diabetic or just recently diagnosed, share this video. Share it so they know diabetes is not something to play with. There's a lot of things that sometimes people don't know about it, but you have to check your sugar 4 to 5 times a day to make sure you check it before dinner, before breakfast, and check it 2 hours after to make sure whatever you ate didn't raise your sugar. Same way with lunch. And you're supposed to eat 5 times a day, but with snacks also. Because especially like me, I try to eat something before I go to bed. Something light like peanuts or anything. Because you don't want your sugar to go down. And I'm struggling with that right now because my sugar tends to be low right now. Because I'm pretty much on top of it all the time. It's something that you have to be very careful with. Like I could say, like right now, my husband's struggling with diabetes and he's trying to get it under control. And it's hard for him. And he's trying to eat healthy, but he tends to see that when he eats mashed potatoes or anything, his sugar goes out of whack. It goes high. And he's like, "What? I didn't eat anything." And I go, "Did you eat mashed potatoes?" Like, "Yeah." I go, anything white, which is carbohydrate, tends to raise your sugar sky high. It's better to have natural sugar than having artificial sugar. I had to change. I never really liked regular sugar, so I always use Equal or any other natural sugar that you might like. But you're better off having that than having that white sugar, because you would have to put double of that to even get the taste of what you would use 5 Equals for or 4 Equals. So it's a struggle. It's a daily struggle of making sure everything is good, your sugar's controlled, eating healthy. Like I checked my sugar this morning and it was 118, but I know I had a cup of coffee. I have to check it, to make sure that it didn't raise up the sugar. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it does. Everything has to do with your body, what you eat, what you don't, But like I can say, I found something now that is helping me to get my confidence back up, that I figured I can do something for myself, and I'm loving it. Because, like I said, I'm home every single day. I don't get out unless my husband takes me out. I sometimes ask my friends if they can take Gabby out, because she's also stuck at home unless we go out or someone takes us, because everybody has their life and everybody has their own thing. And I feel bad sometimes, because I feel bad sometimes and sometimes I don't. Because I know that my husband can't take us. So I have to figure out other ways of getting us out of the house. And sometimes it's hard because I don't drive. So I have to figure out, trying to get my sister to take us, drop us off somewhere. Like I did like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Because she deserves to go out. She deserves to hang out with her friends. She deserves, to do things. And this is a struggle that I go through because I know she's bored. I know that she wants to get out. I know she wants to see her friends. Because I homeschool her. And it's a struggle for me in that aspect, because she can't be a kid that she deserves to be. And it's because I can't do those things. So if you guys, by any chance, please take care of yourself. Or anyone that you might know that's dealing with this and have young children. That's my struggle that I have with her. But now we tend to have fun at home doing something that we love to do. And it's been a blessing for Gabby and I, because besides that, we spend time together, but we love doing what we're doing right now. And this business has helped us a lot to have fun and joke around with each other more than what we did, because she is doing something that she likes also. And I love it because I get to meet wonderful women that are trying to do the same thing and get to where we want to be in this business. And it's been a blessing since I met the person that introduced this to me. Because I wake up every morning saying, oh my gosh, I love doing what I'm doing. Because I have something to do instead of just sitting around not doing anything. Yes, I homeschool my daughter, but I get to talk to other women. I get to associate myself with other women. And Gabby is starting to go out more because we're able to send her out to do things, and I'm getting myself the confidence again to try to go out by myself with her. Because it's not easy, like as an example, yesterday I went out shopping with my husband and my daughter, and I struggled because I was in the scooter because I'm not able to walk yet long distance. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. I'm sorry, guys. Hi Amy, hi Holly, hi Margaret, how you doing? And I was in the cart and the scooter, and I bumped into somebody. And I felt so embarrassed. I was like, let's go. I gotta go. And she's like, Mom, it's okay. I go, baby, I feel bad because I can't see on this side. Well, sorry, this side where my hair is. I'm trying to figure out because I'm looking at myself in the thing, and it's like the opposite of me. I don't see out of my right eye at all. And it's a struggle that I deal with every single day because I can't see. And I'm learning to deal with it because I see my daughter says, Mom, it's okay. And I'm like, I'm embarrassed for her because I don't want her to feel bad that her mom can't see. And she has the biggest heart that she's like, Mom, don't worry, it's okay. You apologized. And I go, but baby, and she's like, don't worry about it. Let's just keep on going. And we were having fun, joking around, doing stuff. And it was fun, going to the store. It tended not to be fun, but it was for us because we don't get out that much. But that day, we did, and my husband was somewhere else. Best thing, leave your husband somewhere else. Let him shop on his own. And we had fun. So, hi Amanda. How you doing? If you want to listen to my story, you can go to the beginning, which I'm going to be getting off soon. Like I said, and I will continue saying, take care of your health. Take care of your diabetes. I am living proof that it does happen if you don't take care of yourself. I lost my eyesight on my right eye. I have no peripheral vision on the left. You don't heal the same. If you cut yourself or whatever, you tend not to heal yourself. Take care of your feet. I wear Crocs because I have two humongous horses in my house, and they tend to love to step on your feet, on my feet. So I wear Crocs. Yes, they're the ugliest shoes ever, but you know what? They protect my feet. Because my mom didn't, and she lost little by little, she started losing her toes. And I remember I had to take her to the doctor, and the doctor just started doing surgery on her and removing her toe in front of me. And I'm like, and I just fainted. That was my first faint, and never then after that. Because I wasn't expecting him to just take out the bone right in front of me. Yes, it's disgusting, but it happens. It happens. You know, so if you're diabetic or you know somebody, like I said, please share. Share it. I would love for you guys to share it. Take care of your feet. That's why I wear these ugly shoes around my house. Because you start having issues with your feet. Like I said, luckily I haven't had anything yet. Let me touch wood, is the Latin thing. I don't want to have any issues with my feet, but I have neuropathy, which is the nerve damage on your legs, on your feet, I mean, and your legs also. So things like that does happen. Like I said, I keep going back. I'm sorry. I lost my eyesight on the right eye. Left eye, no peripheral vision. I had to have gallbladder surgery due to the domestic violence with my back. I had to have emergency gallbladder surgery removal, which is not due to diabetes, but it's due to since I said something about it, I want to reiterate on that. And luckily, I haven't had any issues with that, but I also had to have a kidney transplant due to diabetes. So there's things that go wrong with diabetes. Those are the main things, you know, that go wrong with diabetes. There's more things. Luckily, I've been taking care of myself, you know, checking my sugar, making sure what I eat. Be careful with the sweets. If you tend to like a little bit of sweet, be careful with them. Try to get sugar-free candy. Also, try to carry some candy with you, like hard candy, just in case you're out and you haven't been able to eat something and you feel that your sugar's going down. Have some candy with you, hard candy that you can have in your mouth. I tend to carry candy, you know, Jolly Ranchers, just in case my sugar goes down, which lately it does, and it doesn't make you feel that good, and you don't want to faint. So everybody's different. My husband's totally different. I tend to get sweaty, lose complete energy, that I'm not even able to walk, and it's hard to bring it back up, even if you have some candy. But if you can't, I know there's a medication that they sell at Walgreens. I forgot the name of it. That is to bring your sugar really quick. It's like something, I forgot what my nurse told me, and I forgot the name of it right now. She always tells me to carry it in my purse or to have hard candy. It's some pill type thing, like a hard little candy. Not a hard candy. Something that you bite on it and you chew it, and it's supposed to help you bring up your sugar. So it's different things that you can have on you. You know, kidney, drink a lot of water. Make sure you drink water a lot. But like I said, take care of yourself. Don't take it for granted and don't take it as a joke. Oh, I got diabetes. No, it's not a joke. If I would have taken care of myself years ago, I wouldn't be in the situation that I am in now. You think I wouldn't want to be driving? You think I wouldn't avoid having a kidney transplant? I would have not avoided having nerve damage on my legs. I would have loved not to have all those things. Because it's not nice to have pain in your legs. It's not easy having a kidney transplant because your life changes completely. And I'm talking about completely. Because when I had my kidney transplant, I had to take up like 30 pills a day. Luckily, it's gone down. You have to have blood work constantly to make sure that your levels don't go up. It took me 3 years to get it, and I got it from my sister-in-law, which she passed. So if not, I would still be waiting on the list, and I was on the list for 3 years. Luckily, I took care of myself health-wise. I stayed away from red meat. I ate it once a week. I didn't eat shrimp because the iodine affects your uric acid. So there's a lot of factors that you have to do. Follow your blood work. Learn your blood work. Learn your A1C. Learn everything. A1C is how you're doing with your levels on your sugar. And that's how doctors know how to regulate your sugar and your medicine with that. So learn it. I've learned it. I've had medical background because also my mother-in-law was, she passed on, a physician, so she taught me a lot of the stuff that I know. But learn it, ask questions. Ask your doctor questions so he can explain to you what it is. Some doctors don't like explaining it, but learn it so you can read it for yourself. So you know how to regulate it. Doctors will do the job, but I personally like to read it because I know that, I need to take care of this more. I am a type of person that likes to learn a lot, and I'm a visual person, so I learn by that. Everybody's different, but learn your thing. Ask a lot of questions, because without asking questions, you don't learn. It's the same way you're going back to school. If you don't ask questions, you're not going to learn how to do math, which I stink in math, but that's beside the point. But learn everything when it comes to your health. Even if it's not diabetes, take care of yourself. Diabetes runs in our family. I could talk to you about my sister. My sister's had an issue with her leg and doesn't heal. And because of diabetes. And she's been like that for 10 years in a wheelchair for 10 years due to that. Doctors want to amputate her leg. She doesn't because she doesn't want to lose her leg. I had to see that when I worked at Jackson Memorial Hospital. I had to see that. I saw a lot of patients that lost their legs due to diabetes. You don't want to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. You want to be able to live a normal life. Anybody can have a normal life with diabetes as long as you take care of yourself. Watch what you eat, check your sugar, make sure you take your medication. If you do all that, you are ahead of the game. If you don't, you'll be living the life that I'm living right now. And I am a happy person, go-getter, have fun, because strong, and everybody tells me, you're so strong. I can't be any other way. Because my daughters are watching everything that I do, and I have to do it for them. And that's the reason why I do my stuff. Because for them. My mom was the same way. My mom was a fighter to the end. And she was on dialysis. That's what caused her. It changed 20 years ago. It's not the same as it is now. But 20 years ago, she passed away being on dialysis. Because back then, I'm not sure, it affects your blood pressure when you're on dialysis back then. I'm not sure how it is now because I wasn't on it. My brother-in-law was. But my mom never wanted to be on the kidney list because she was diagnosed with it at 61, with kidney failure. So she went on dialysis. And just one day, her blood pressure went sky high. And she had a blood clot right in the middle of the brain. Was not operable. If they tried to operate, she would have been a vegetable. So, she lasted 2 weeks until the doctor decided to take her off the life support. So if you don't ever want to go through that, take care of yourself. I can continue telling you stories because diabetes runs in our family. It's hereditary. It's not actually hereditary, but it runs in the family, so I say hereditary. Because my mom had it, my older sister has it, I have it, and I think some family members that are in Cuba have it. You know, so, because we have pretty much a lot of stuff in our family. So, but diabetes is the biggest one. So, take care of yourself. If you guys have any question, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm an open book. You need help, or you need a buddy, like a friend of mine told me yesterday, you need a diabetic buddy, I'm here. Just private message me. Or if you want to call me, call me. I can private message you my number. I do not have a problem talking to anyone. You know, I'm here to help, and I continue helping anyone that needs my help, because I've been diabetic for 18 years. I might not be an expert. You always have to follow what the doctor tells you. But there's certain things that I could probably help you on. You know, what not to do. Because I'm an expert of what not to do. Because if I would have listened, I would have known. Because I remember when I was 15, they diagnosed me with high blood pressure. And I remember I used to go fishing a lot because I love fishing. You want to go fishing? If anybody wants to go fishing and they have a boat, call me. I love to go fishing. And I'm a type of person, if a guy can do it, I can do it too. So I love doing all that. My husband doesn't like fishing, but I do. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I used to go fishing a lot, and I used to get a lot of mosquito bites, and I didn't heal right. So that's why I have some dark spots on my legs, and so that's one of the reasons why I don't wear shorts. My husband told me to wear shorts, and I don't wear shorts because of the marks that I have on my legs. And the doctor that I had back then, that my mom used to take me, told me this is the first signs of diabetes. My mom like, what are you talking about? She goes, she's not healing correctly. She goes, she's gonna be diabetic. My mom like, yeah, whatever. You know, and look, 3 years later, I think, 2 years or 3 years later, because I used to go see him for my high blood pressure. And that's where it came up. I was diabetic. And I'm sorry, I might have been diabetic at 18 or 17 or younger. I'm not sure. Because I know juvenile diabetes is a lot stronger. And it's not easy. It's not easier, and it's harder for the kids. Because they want sweets. They want certain foods. So it's hard to not keep them from eating those things. But like I said, if you have any questions, and if you can, please share this video. Please. If I can help at least 1 or 2 people, or you want to private message me because you don't want to ask the question here because it's a public thing, private message me. Any question, anything. You know, due to diabetes or about domestic violence, that will be another video because I know somebody wants to do an interview on me for that. I only have not only once domestic violence episode. I went through another one. When I was younger, around 20 years old, and choices that I made in my life. You know, I didn't listen to my mom. My mom saw it before I did, so I should have listened to my mom. But at 20 years old, kids don't want to listen sometimes, and I should have listened because I wouldn't have gone through what I went through. So that'll be another video. Like I said, I could write a book about my life and choices that I made. But I conquered it all. I overcame everything, and I'm here standing strong. And I will continue being strong. Because that's me. That's the reason, this is the way my mom raised me to be. And I'm making her proud. You know, I know she not wanted me to make the choices that I made, but it was a learning experience. And she wanted me to learn from it. And I did learn from it. It wasn't an easy road, but I conquered it. I'm here. If I would have not gotten out of the domestic violence, you would not be hearing my voice right now. And you would not be seeing me right now. So, God must have seen me that I've gone through so much that He brought me my soulmate. And God, thank you, Lord. Thank you for bringing the husband that I have right now. Because I went through a lot. So that will be another live video. And if you guys, like I said, if you want me to talk about something, please let me know. I am an open book. Like I said, I've gone through a lot in my life. So I'm going to get off now because I've been on here for an hour and I don't want to continue boring you guys. But like I said, you know, I found something that has helped me to be confident that I can do anything that I want to do and whatever I can put my mind to. And I can thank them all for helping me. That I can do anything in this if I put my mind to it. And I am putting my mind to it. Like I said, I am a homeschooling mom. I also run a homeschooling group. And if you want to decide to be a homeschool mom and you live in my area, private message me too if you have any questions. You know, so I try to keep busy because if you don't keep your mind going, you're going to lose it. And I went through that for the 7 months that I had my transplant. I didn't go on a computer. I was always in my room laying down. And the first time I went, when I joined this business that I'm in, that I love, I struggled so much to be on the computer. Besides the eyesight, luckily I have a touch screen that helped me, and my husband says, open it up. Don't forget, you can open it up. And I tend to forget that. And because I'm able to see things. And what would have taken someone with eyesight 15 minutes, it took me 2 or 3 hours because my mind wasn't working. I was not able to focus and try to figure things out. That would have taken me 15 minutes. I am tech savvy. I pretty much know how to do things on the computer. But I couldn't. So, if you don't keep your mind busy, you're gonna not lose it, but it's gonna take you a while to get back to your normal self. And it took me a while. No, honestly, yeah, it took me like three or four times to get myself back into a norm of how to work a computer and how to do things. Because it wasn't easy. It was frustrating. I got so mad at myself that my husband was like, what's wrong? I go, I can't believe that it would have taken me 15 minutes, took me 3 hours. He goes, babe, you haven't been on the computer for like 7 months. You can't get mad at yourself. And I'm like, I am. You know, me being the way I am. And I'm like, he's like, just take it easy. Try again tomorrow. And you're going to see you're going to get it. And I came back. I went on the next day. And I was like, going quick. And he's like, you got back up to your norm, huh? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I knew it. He goes, that's why I married you. Because you've always been a fighter since I met you. You have the biggest heart. And I loved you for everything. And you know, you always put your kids first. And that's what a mom does. But take time for yourself. And he's always telling me that, and I try. You know, I try. And I do take time out for myself. You know, sitting in this computer room, I lock my door so I can have time to talk to you guys. Because if not, I wouldn't have the time to talk to you guys. But like I said, if you have any questions, if you can share this video, and if you see the video after without the red, Plus, can you put hashtag replay so I know and I can thank you for watching it? Please? I would really appreciate it. Well, have a great day. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day. Bye.